Hello there. I just want to make a quick video. I won't keep it for long. And whilst everyone who watches me daily, a few hundred, few thousand, however many people, I don't know anymore. Whoever those people are, at least know what to expect from me as far as duration. I used to make videos almost daily, at least weekly, but these days I guess I'm just a bit burnt out. And so I saw something that made me want to make a video, and I thought, well, at least I can touch base with my subs, the few I have left, whatever, in this overly censored 1984 world, where most of my subs are over here on BitChute, and just make a quick video for you and call it a day. Basically, I was just watching X-Files episodes, reruns, whatever, and thinking about what Bill Cooper warned us about Operation Majestic, and how it relates to the Nephilim. And one of the biggest lies ever told, or I guess you could say misdirection, deceptions ever told about the Bible. And that's basically the idea that I imagine a lot of people lose their faith when they try to think about the Old Testament and the New Testament, and how Jesus would say, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. And I think most of that would be how modern English-speaking Christians haven't really been taught what the Nephilim are. They've just been taught in the Old Testament, whatever the English version is, how the Hebrews dealt with these Nephilim giants that are barely mentioned. But what people don't realize is, whenever in the Old Testament the Hebrews were asked to wipe out a group, those weren't people. In fact, at times when they thought they were going to go to war with people, the Moabites and the Edomites, and Yahweh said, don't go into battle if I'm not leading the way. So basically these Nephilim, which in my opinion, one of the biggest lies ever told, is this Hebrew to English translation. In my opinion, it's got to be on purpose. Basically getting people to not realize that these weren't humans. These weren't humans, these were giants, these were Nephilim. And I can put all the citations I want in the description section below. People are either going to look or not look. They're going to scoff or not scoff. I don't know, whatever. They'll be there though. And so just the idea of, even another lie, one of the biggest lies ever told, evolution, that I've argued with people whose thesis was, they teach it in school, so it has to be true. And I just thought, that's sad and so aggravating. You want to scream at the person, but what'll it do? How will that help? And so watching these episodes, I was thinking season 5, episode 1, has some of the most truths about what Operation Majestic really is. What Bill Cooper warned about, the fake alien invasion nonsense that they're going to pull, rebranding the Nephilim to try to sell the mark of the beast, this cure for death, whatever it will be. And the first thing they have to do, is get rid of religion, or hope that something like that would destroy religion. But this is one of the ways I think they'll do it. There's a couple big lies. There's a couple big lies that they're going to tell that's going to demonize or try to destroy the Bible in end times, and this is one of them. The whole idea that God's a genocidal maniac who had the Hebrews wiping out all the other people. But what they don't tell you, or what they lie about, or what they never mention in the Hebrew to English translations, that those were never people to begin with. They were Nephilim. And regardless of what you want to think about the text, that's what the text says. It never says people. It says Nephilim. And the Nephilim ain't just giants. They're any kind of mutant hybridization, any kind of genetic crossbreeding, any kind of animal-human chimeras, whatever you want to call it. I don't necessarily think technology implanted into our body makes us a Nephilim, but changing our DNA by any means does. But this one, watching these X-Files, I thought, this whole lie about evolution and aliens, genetics, it's definitely part of the endgame deception to get us to take the mark of the beast. But first, how do they discredit the Bible? Well, I think this is one of the ways. This whole seed war, as Rob Skiba called it. The idea that to trick everyone into thinking that God's a genocidal maniac, when in reality, the flood wiping out all those Nephilim is the only reason we're here today. Now, in a world where people actually believe they came from goo on a rock, evolving in the endless vacuum of fake space. Truth of the matter is it's just this topic in general. that bothers me. This whole evolution lie, alien agenda lie, that God was just a genocidal maniac, when it wasn't our Father who art in heaven, Yahweh, that started this seed war. It was Lucifer that started corrupting everything in the Genesis 6 seed war. So, is that what this is all about? Getting people to blame the wrong things, leading to the wrong interpretations? I don't know, whatever. This video's been all over the place, but so be it. And I guess that's all I got to say about that. But lately, I've been just dealing with trying not to let my temper get the best of me, especially when I get hit by cars almost. I pray Jesus forgive me for being so defensive. Talk about being in fight or flight all the time. My temper. Trying to survive my temper long enough to make it home to make a video in the first place. But yeah, as the title suggests, I think people need to be educated on the translations from Hebrew to English. Because in the Old Testament, Yahweh wasn't trying to be a genocidal maniac to people. He was trying to save the people from all the Nephilim that the fallen powers had created with their genetic, whatever that technology was. It was pre-flood. We're only now catching up to what once was. There's nothing new under the sun. And so I guess that's all I got to say about that before this video gets too long. And I guess I'll just say peace out, baby.